Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how to use the Google Maps script. It's a very simple script. It's actually just an HTML document with some JavaScript in it. You don't have to worry about what's in the code. I'll set it all up for you, and you just have to open it up and then just scroll through it, and then I'll just teach you what to do and what's expected. So over here I'm just going to open up the Google Map Street View number 2, which is the same thing as just Street View, just with a different list of addresses. And the Street View one is basically the same thing as the other Google Maps script, just with Street View included. The batch file can just be ignored. We're not going to reuse that because it's just too crappy. So with the Street View script, it'll load the list of addresses, and then underneath each address it'll have 3 or 4 pictures of the Street View at different levels, at different zooms. That way you can just get a general idea of the area around the address, and then you can see 4 different Street View pictures at different angles, at like a 0 degree, 90 degree, 180, and 360, or 270 I mean. And then you can the first picture in the Street View will be aimed right at the property, or it should be. And if the Street View does not show, you can just click on the link and then it'll open up the Google Map page. And then from there you can just zoom around or scroll around or just manipulate it and look around the area and just judge based off that. So sorry, but my recording is a little bit slow, so hopefully it's able to keep up. So as you're scrolling through, what you'll just be doing is just matching each address to a list that you'll have prepared beforehand. I will show you that list pretty soon. And so you just look at the general area, and if it meets our criteria, you just rate it. You just rate it based on what you think. So if it's like secluded, if it's about 1 to 3 hours away from a city, it's not surrounded by too many businesses or whatever, or if it has a lake near it, maybe that can be a good thing. Or if it's just very green, it's full of like just green meadow grass, beautiful like this right here, that'll definitely give it a good rating. The way in this video I show you how to rate it is just, you can rate it whatever way you like. Just let us know how you do that, unless we specify otherwise beforehand. The way I do it in this video is I just put 0 for bad, like the property is no good. If we're definitely not going to invest in it, you just put a 0. If it's maybe something that we'll probably want to look at, like say it's in a big city, but it has a decent patch of land, it looks decent, it looks good, and it might be something worth investing in, you can put like a 0.5. And then if it's definitely something we want to invest in, if it's good, matches all the criteria or most of it, like something that would definitely probably sell, you would want to put probably a 1. And so a 1 would be definitely hit up, 0 would just be definitely delete, we're not going to use it, and then 0.5 would just be in between. So yeah, that's basically just the gist of what's expected. If you want to look around more and get more details on the area, say the pictures shown right here aren't enough for you, you can click on the link, or you can click on the aerial view, and then it'll take you over to the Google Map page where you can scroll around and get a better view of the general area and make a better decision on whether or not just how to rate it. And as you can see, the addresses are separated by plus signs rather than spaces, so just ignore that. So yeah, as you can see here in this property, it is surrounded by a couple other houses, but it looks pretty decent. It has good patches of land, and the area around it looks pretty nice. Here's another good piece of property. So generally you can just kind of eye most of them. You don't have to spend too much time on it. You just want to go through these as quick as possible, and just give them the whatever accurate rating you believe it deserves. So just don't get too nervous. If you have any questions, let us know, and we'll be sure to clear anything up. And yeah, so what I like to do is I just like to use like another CSV file, and in the first column I paste all the addresses in the first column, And then the second column is where I rate it. So as you can see here, there's a rating column, and then an owner, address, and name on county column. And I just pasted in on the list provided, so that we don't have to keep going back and forth between different lists. You know, it's all in the same list. So as you can see, the name of this list is citusfix.csv. So this is a list that I got from the county website, where I scraped all the property addresses. And this particular county is a little bit backwards, where the property address and the owner address are mixed up. So where it says Citus address, that's actually the owner address, and where it says owner address, that's actually the property address. That won't be like that in all cases. That's just this special case. So just try to ignore that. So once again, just look on the side, and you'll see like these are just decent pieces of property that you might want to like give a 1-star or 0.5-star rating, because it is. I remember these properties are surrounded by other like businesses, and it's kind of in a populated city. But as you can see, there's a lake right next to it. It might be right by an ocean even, and that would be even better. So that's definitely something we would want to invest in. But over here, as you can see, this place looks a little bit trashier, but still it might have potential. So like a lot of the ratings, as you can see on the side, are 0.5, just because they meet like at least half the criteria. Here's another one with a lake. Ones with the lakes, or the properties near lakes, are really great. This one's kind of near like too many traffic lights and too much like businesses. Here's another one that's at a 4-way intersection. So, you know, that one might get it like even a 0. You know, but I think I gave that one a 0.5. So it's really simple. You just scroll through them and just match up the address. Make sure you're rating the right address. You want to always double check the address. See how it says Woodlawn, and then you want to look to the right, and then make sure you're rating Woodlawn. You don't want to be rating the wrong address, and then you have to go all the way back through it and do it over again. You know. So yeah, that's pretty much mostly what it is for this program. You just open it up and you just rate the properties. So I'll just let this video run a little bit more, and if there's anything else to mention, I'll be sure to cover that. So yeah, in this particular list, I think there's about 2,000 different properties. So say only 1,000 of them are worth investing in. So say only half of them are worth investing in. Instead of sending maybe, say it's like 50 cents per yellow letter, that would be like $500 saved. You know, if we find out that we only want 1,000 of the 2,000 properties, you know, we might as well save our money from the beginning. So that's why it's worth going through it sometimes. But other times we could just skip through the entire list. If the whole list looks good, then you can just skip right through the entire thing. We'll just message all the people. But for the most part, we'll just have you go through them and just rate them and send us the list back, and that's really it. So yeah, any questions, let us know. Good luck.